guys. Did we always have this song? Maybe the opening played for so long that we actually finally got to this song in the playlist. Mike is crunchy. Oh no. Okay. Every single stream is like Schrodinger's audio. Are we gonna have good audio today? Who knows? We'll never know until we start stream. Congrats to getting first, by the way, Danish. Let's go over here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you slept well. It's getting to a point where I just have so much freaking work. I cannot sleep until 2 a.m. It's not working. This is not working for me. This schedule is not working for me. No, I didn't sleep well. I did not sleep well. What was I working on last night? Let's see. I was doing a lot of back and forth communications. I think it was mostly that. Yeah, it was mostly that. I realized that there are some instances or some work that takes me like an hour longer than what I think it's supposed to take. So like I would block in an hour of my time to do something, but then afterwards, once I finish the work, I look at the time and I'm like, all right, 2 hours has passed. You were done with the rest commission? It was, but yesterday's work was not commissioned. Yesterday, I barely had time to do commissions. Yesterday, it was mostly communications. It was a lot of talking back and forth. But it was also really funny because one of the people I'm talking with is... I'm working with suppliers, by the way. Because we're working on merch and stuff, right? I'm talking to the supplier. She keeps freaking glazing me, and it's like one of the most hilarious things ever. Because she'd be like, "Oh my god, Ark, you're so cool," and then she'd start asking me personal questions, and I'm like, our supplier is supposed to be doing this." And then she would find me on Twitter, and she would find me on Blue Sky, and start liking every single one of my posts. And I'm like, I am pretty sure. This is not professionalism, but at the same time, I find it so freaking funny. And then she goes, because like I'm taking a long time to communicate because I'm talking to multiple people. So she's like, is there another way to communicate with you that's, you know, faster? Because I find it's kind of hard to talk to you through like this specific application. So I'm like giving her, because she's from China, right? I'm giving her my WeChat, and she's like, "Oh my god, let me add you on my personal as well." And I'm like, calm down, girl. Calm down. Stay professional, please. I'm here for work. And she's like talking to me as if like I am, I don't know, a childhood friend or something. Yeah, she's coming on a little bit too strong. I still find it hilarious. Don't do that though. Don't do that to anybody. Just because I get a good feeling from her, I think she's okay. But at the same time, this could come off as a little bit creepy. So don't do that. So yeah, it wasn't commissions. Today is gonna be commission day. Today's commission day for me. Every day is just a lot of work. More work. I stopped taking... You guys know I'm stressed when I'm not drinking coffee, I'm drinking tea. I finally, I found some really good teas. So, turmeric is really good for you. Turmeric is really freaking good for you. So I've been trying to find a way to include turmeric into my diet. And I was like, I think the perfect way would be tea. Spill the tea, please. Figuratively, right? You don't want me to actually spill this tea, right? So I've been making teas with turmeric. Tea is superior anyway. I mean, this one's really good. I was like first introduced to it because I finally opened a, was it like a tea box? It's a tea box with different types of teas in it. One of my housemates, patients, got like a gift. It's like all Indian. It's all Indian teas, by the way. It's all Indian teas, but they're all of them have turmeric in there. And I'm like, hold on, I think this is better than me trying to like shove turmeric into like my other foods. Why are you screaming, Danish? Ah! So like for the past, I guess starting yesterday, like I've been having change your tags. What is my tag? You're going crazy over here. Oh, yeah, it says gacha. Whoops. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, today's not a gacha day. My bad. We had gacha up because of Endfield. So now with, like, teas, it feels like it's like a change of environment, so it's kind of refreshing. But also, I'm adding a little bit of honey in here. Because I'm like, I'm stressed out. I need just a tiny bit of sugar. I don't really like putting sugar in my coffees. Just because I like my coffees black. And I feel like the only way to really enjoy sugar in coffee is if you have it with milk as well. And I'm not into like milk sugar coffee. I don't really like that combination too much. It feels really heavy, you know what I mean? Like I just want something light in the morning, so honey and tea works perfect. Factory building should be a tag. Maybe next time with Enfield, yeah. There's always gacha here. Wait, you're right. Wait, right. We're always gambling. Not me, actually. It's just you guys. You guys are always gambling on Twitch. Some of you guys. Sweeter tea, you're stressed? Yeah, I'm stressed. For the past few days, I've been pretty stressed. I didn't put my honey in my tea yet, so I'm doing that right now. I was waiting for the tea to seep into the water? For the tea to be infused? What's the actual term for it? Tea to be seeped into the water. The leaves to be seeped into the water. For the flavor of the tea leaves to be seeped into the water. There we go. No, you're 90 points. No, okay, what are you gonna do now? I wish I could have that one command that gives everybody Gamba points, because I know I can do it individually, but I don't think I can do it for everyone. I tried it, didn't work. But that would be so much easier. It would be so much easier if that was a thing. Why do stream elements hate that? They hate making people rich. Set points. Wait. See, I think this is the one. If I do give points. I worked hard to be number 1. No, but if I give everybody 1,000 points, you could still be number 1. Yeah, I can't do it. Because it says I can't do all. All is not a valid username. Like, okay, think about it this for an instance. If you give an economy, if you give everybody $1 million, everybody would still be poor. Right? Like, the hierarchy would still be the same. Last time you gave everyone individually. Oh, so I never did it. Like, all. Got honey on my finger. It's sticky now. No! Hello, Dom. How are you doing? everything would just become expensive. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's still gonna stay the same. Everyone's still gonna be the same, have this same sort of money because yeah, everything's gonna be more expensive, everything's gonna be jacked up, and then you're gonna have to pay more money, and it's the same thing. Oh man. You gave unfair points to all, 1,000 there and 1,000 more because gamble all. Did I? It was your fault. It was because all of you guys decided to like take things all at once instead of going slowly. We all know that. If you have money, don't gamble it all in one second. Yeah, I'm always gonna blame you guys. It's all your fault. It's all your fault specifically. Oh, Garen's going up with points. Yeah, your fault, Cosmos Sentience. I'm like your mother. Call you by your entire full name. A Danish freak. Cosmos Sentience. Garen the Wanderer. That's how you know. That's how you know I'm I'm mad. Okay, I'm not mad. What about don't gamble out? Clearly works better. I know, right? I'm teaching you guys the way of gambling, the ways of gambling, and it's to go slowly and steadily without gambling everything. Can I sell my home for more points? You're gonna go homeless for points? It's not worth it, Dom. It's not worth it. Don't do that to yourself. No, these are just really bad impulse decisions. Every time you guys have an impulse decision, I want you to take like step back. I want you to take 3 steps back. Maybe not 3, maybe 5 steps back, okay? Take 5 steps back and be like, is this a good idea? Right? And if you say that yes it is, right? Take another 5 steps back and then wait 3 days and be like, all right, now I'm back here. Is this still a good idea? And most likely the answer is going to be no, it's not a good idea. So you don't do it. That's what happened to me the other day. The other day I was like, do I go in the Griffline store and purchase everything in the store and buy out the entire... No, not buy the entire store, but like buy everything I want. And then I was putting everything in my cart and I was like, I think this is a bad idea because I'm a broke bitch. So like I took 5 steps back and then I waited a day and a half and then went back to it and then I looked at my bank account and I was like, yeah, this is a terrible idea. So I didn't do it. See, everybody should be doing that. Everybody should do that. So no impulse decisions, no impulse purchases, no impulse gambling. Okay, guys? Don't do it. That's how they get you. Gachas as well, right? When you're rolling for a certain operator in the banner or a certain character in a banner, be like, do I take out my wallet? Do I need to? Or do I wait a few days for the game to give me some free currency, right? So take a step back, take a few steps back and like make good decisions, guys. Don't say that you're not broke. I'm pretty broke, guys. I'm pretty broke. I don't have a 9 to 5 anymore. I still gotta pay bills, guys. Gambling is life. Gambling is life, yeah. To like a certain extent. To a certain extent, gambling is life. Because you're gambling with everything. But I'm not saying that doesn't mean gamble with all the money that you have. It's a little bit different. It just means that there's a lot to do with luck in life. Let me launch the game. I need some help with this. I need someone to remind me the characters' names. It was Sebia and it was Mhakna, right? Gamble with your entire life. That was literally, we had someone here in chat that was about to do that. Dom was literally like, can I sell my entire house for points? No. The answer is no. You have to make dinner now. Goodbye, gamer. All in one, 17 black. No, stop it. I have to be a good role model, guys. Like what I said yesterday. I have to be a really good role model. I can't enable you guys to do bad things. I refuse to. Good luck. I want to know what this game is about. We're gonna do a small recap. while you are making dinner. Goodbye, gamer. Bye. Bye. Yeah, gamer's gonna be making gamer dinner, whatever that means. What is gamer dinner, by the way? What is your idea of gamer dinner? Something that you can eat while you game? So like not finger food. Not Cheetos. Not all that Cheeto dust that's going on your inside your keyboard is gross, nasty. Doritos and ew, that's like the worst combination. Because Dorito dust is still, it's like almost equivalent to Cheeto dust. Okay, I feel like instant noodle, maybe. Okay, I think that if you are going to be eating at your gamer desk, right? Do not eat anything that's too messy. Instant noodle, the noodle soup is splashes everywhere. Like the chances of the soup splashing everywhere is pretty high. So I would say instant noodle is a really fast way to make food so that, you know, you're waiting in queue, right? You're playing freaking Valorant or you're playing League of Legends. You're waiting in queue, you're playing Fortnite. And you're like, okay, this instant noodle will take like 3 minutes to eat. It will take a minute for it to cook on my desk. And while you're waiting queue, you can just do all of that at once. So I would say it is like on the tier list of gamer food, I would put it pretty up there. It would be like 8 out of 10, but it wouldn't be the 10 out of 10 gamer food. I actually think good gamer food sandwich is best. No, because you still got to hold on to it. You got to use your dirty ass fingers that touch your keyboard and your mouse to hold on to your sandwich. I think it would be something that you would have to eat with a fork. Something that you can just poke in, shove in your mouth, and put it back down. Put the fork back down. And it has to be in a bowl. It can't be on a plate because the plate takes up too much space on your desk. Right? So it has to be something in a bowl that you can eat with a fork. Baked potato. I think roasted potato, baked potato might actually be the best option. So rice? Actually, rice is not bad. Rice is actually a pretty good idea. Yeah, rice. We don't all have tiny desks. Shut up. Yes, but there are some people out there that do, like me. And I need my gamer food as well. Right? So this is also part of the tier list. This is the fact that it has to work and it has to be able to sit on every single desk out there is part of the rubric. Right? That would give it more points. If it's able to like be in a crowded area, it would have more points. So like no to pizza because pizza takes up too much space as well. Just extend the desk. I literally cannot. I cannot. It's like attached to the wall. It's attached to the bookcase. And the problem is the bottom of this desk is rounded. It rounds underneath. So like I can't even mount anything on here because like the table is like, the edges of the table is the size of my hand. Vertically. Can you put another table nearby? Yes, but it's already taking up too much space. There's no space. There's no walking space here. I need my feng shui. I need the space to walk back and forth. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like maneuvering around all this furniture. Because there is the cat tree here. There's a cat litter box here. There's 2 bookshelves already. There's my desk. There's another person's desk behind me. There's another shelf literally right behind me. Just hop over it. No, this is a small room, man. I am so jealous of people who have like their big spaces. Talking to a friend, right? I somehow got them into installing Linux onto their PC, and now they're like super into it. And they keep showing off. They keep showing off their like massive spaces, and they're like, here's my 2 desks. Here's the one with Windows, and here's the one with Linux. And I'm like, come on. I only have one. Do you guys know what I've been doing? I've been literally taking apart my entire PC. I've been unplugging every single USB cable in the back and all the internet cables in the back, right? And the monitor cables in the back, taking the entire PC out and replacing it with my other PC. When I play with Linux distros, this is what I do. It's one of the most annoying things So I had to stop. Just don't use the hammer again. Okay, I'm about to. I'm not about to hammer my PC. I'm about to hammer something else. I'm about to hammer your skulls. So lane core. What the hell is lane core? Anyways, as about to start. Yeah, your skull. No, you're fine, sentience. I'm about to put the hammer over Danish's head. Owie. Lane from Serial Experience with Lane. Is that a thing? Lane core? Actually, I haven't watched that. I know what it is, but I haven't watched it. It's still the Alienware hammer. Yeah, this thing is indestructible. It's kind of like a Nokia phone. It's like a Nokia brick, right? Because the case is so thick. There's like every single section inside the PC has its own like metal container. Like that's why there's no airflow in it. But at the same time, it's like you can't break anything. It's everything's contained. Send it over. I'll show you how to. No, you're just gonna break it. No, I don't want it to be broken. I need this to work. It's been working for me for 5 years already, and I need to work for another 5 years because I'm a broke bitch. Okay, I cannot have this thing break on me. PCs are expensive. You know what's even more expensive? RAM these days, and I can't afford that. I need this to work. This has to work. That's exactly why I have a second rig. I don't mind breaking when I do stuff like experiment with distros. It's an old laptop, but still. Yeah, exactly. I have 2 of the exact same PC. I have the 2 exact same Alienware PCs, and I need them both to work. One of them is for distros, and the other one's for streaming in Windows and work. What? Yeah. It was on sale, guys. Okay, you guys know the story, right? I used to have one PC at my sister's place, and then I moved out, and I was like, I don't have a car. I can't transport my PC to my new temporary place. So I ended up buying the exact same one because it was cheap. How many PCs? I think most people have 2, right? At least 1 laptop and 1 regular PC. I just have 2. I have 2 towers. Her Arc is stronger. I'm sure she can insert RAM without hammer. I actually did. When I was installing Linux distros on my other PC, I did not use the hammer this time. I used all of my strength to like push it in. No hammer. It did take a little bit more work, but no hammer. Hello, Nico. Chunk reporting for duty. Hello, Chunk. Hello, fellow Chunk. Just put in a different case. I mean, I could, but at the same time, I don't have a different case because that costs money too. You know which case I want? I want like the hype cases, but those are really expensive. I'm gonna save up. Okay, ads are starting in a minute. I'm gonna run ads now, and then we'll come back and play Mhakna Gramura and Fairy Bell. We're gonna do a short recap when we come back too of what happened before, because I think there's only like 30 to 40 minutes left of the game. It's pretty short, and then we can do it just chatting. That's where we left off before you cut off in the raid. The hammer ring? The hammer ram lore? Wait, what is chunk emote? Oh. Chunk emote. Anyways, I will BRB. Goodbye. Did you guys know that octopi has 8 hearts and there's 1 heart in each limb? Octopus facts. Or is it brain? Which one is it? You're gonna break all 8 hearts? Are you in your sad boy arc, Miko? Are you still in your sad boy arc? You'll be okay. I promise you'll be okay. I learned that in Finding Dory. Really? That's in Finding Dory? Ah. Alright. So, scientific evidence indicates that octopus can feel pain, experiencing it both physically and emotionally. I'm pretty sure that a lot of animals can physically and emotionally feel pain. We're all animals. Even fish. Even fish, guys. I've lived with fish before. They can 100% feel pain emotionally. They feel depression. I've had a depressed fish before. I've seen it. You can Google it. Depressed fishes exist. And fish that feel love, they also exist. It's me, the fish. I love fish, guys. I do want to one day have like a fish tank, but I want it to, so that it's like self-regulating in case I go on vacation and then it can take care of itself, you know? Because like that's my dad used to own a lot of fish, and like one of his most heartbreaking moments is like when he had to leave the country and then the temperature was not regulated, so he came back and they all died. We're all gone. Is that why most fish jump out of the tank? Yeah, if they're stressed. If you try to put a fish inside like a small tank where there's not enough room to breathe, where they don't have stimulation, if they don't have room to swim, if they don't have things to play with and places to hide, they will get stressed and they will try to leave. They passed legislation for not cooking live lobster in the UK and people were clutching pearls. There's like a moral way of killing a lobster, right? Before you cook them. I don't know what it is. It's too scary for me. I'd rather just buy the actual lobster that's, you know, it's already packaged. 2 messages in your Discord. If you already feel like a menace, I'm too powerful. What's going on? Give me Discord pop out. No, I'm scared. Nico's there. Ah! Anyways, we're doing a small recap time. Let's do a small recap on Mhakna Gramura and Fairy Bell. So, you have the sound effect to upload? My Discord is not your dating application, okay? You can bark all you want, right? There's no one that's going to respond. Is my shitpost server, you know, you're free to shitpost in there. You have the power. You have to stab the hell out of his body all at once and you don't have a brain, just decentralized nervous system. Ugh, I don't want to think about it. Alright, so Mhakna Gramura and Fairy Bell is about 2 kids, Sebia and Mhakna, who live in an orphanage. And the caretaker of the orphanage has been treating them like crap. And both of them want to leave. I don't think they were under the idea that they weren't going to get adopted. And as they were both depressed, a fairy comes and is like, I can bring you to Neverland. Is it called Everland? It's called Everland, my bad. It's called Everland, where you're always gonna be happy, but you have to make a promise to never get old. And so these 2 go to Everland and they're experiencing the time of their lives. The Endless Land. Sorry, you're right. Not the Promised Everland. Not the Promised Neverland. The Promised Endless Land. That was the name of it. Thank you very much. I need some help with the recap because I don't remember names. And so they go to Endless Land and everything's happy, happy, happy. But as they are going to meet with other people, they're finding that the other people are starting to feel like they've lost a little bit of purpose. They don't know what they're doing. They're doing the exact same things every single day. And they don't know why they're doing it. So, like, you can sort of see where it's getting at, right? Like, what is the purpose of life, sort of thing? If you were to keep doing this exact same thing over and over again, is it, even though it is a really happy moment for you at the time, are you gonna keep being happy while doing the same thing? Are you gonna be happy when there is no suffering, there's no pain, it doesn't feel like there's any gain? I love philosophy. So we're close to the end. We just got through one of the characters' arc where this girl became a singer. She had her own stage, her own theater stage, and then afterwards we meet her again, and then she's now a writer, right? And she achieved her goals as being a writer. And then at the very end, she's like, well, I already did everything I wanted to do in my life. What do I do now? There's nothing else. And then she just slowly fades away. And there's another guy who is like a lumberjack, and he's constantly chopping down trees, and he looks really old now, or he's like not really old, he's middle-aged now, but he still thinks he's a child, and he's been chopping trees down for his entire life to build a house, but he's not building the house, he's just chopping trees, and every day he does the exact same thing, he just goes and chops trees. But he says he's happy. So who knows where this is gonna go. You cannot experience one end of the spectrum without knowing the other. True! It's true. You can't say that your life sucks if you haven't experienced the other part of life. He's like a slave to his own happiness? Is that a thing? Anyways, we're gonna go switch over to the game. The music's really pretty, by the way. I've been listening to it this entire time when I had the game launched. Is it up? It's not up. Why? Do we have to Windows capture? No. Oh, it just took a while to load. That's all. So here it is, Mhakna Gramura and Fairy Bell. Is it really freaking loud? Oh, my bad. Sorry. Let's turn it down on my end as well. Actually, no, this is fine. Okay, whatever. This is fine. Time to start. Are you guys ready? Are you guys prepared? I will use your RL name, so help me. You call me Ark now. X-Ark Rustics. Alright, continue. Please lower it a little bit. Even still? Is it still too loud? Is it okay now? Just testing. Oh, wait. There's two music. You guys are listening to two different types of music. Two tracks right now. It's good now. Okay. Alright. Gavin the Wanderer. Your Govy name. Continue. Chapter 15. Rejection. So, also, I think we need another recap. We found a little kid who was like, where's my brother? I can't find him. Right? I've been looking for him everywhere. And then we find his... And as we are going through the place looking for his brother, we can't find him, and then he gives up. And then we do find his brother eventually at the beach, but the little kid isn't there. They look exactly the same, his brother and him, and we wonder why. A day? A week? A month? How much time has passed since we met Rosen? Rosen is the older brother, by the way. As Sebia and I were having a picnic at our usual field, we hear a familiar voice. Hey, Sebia, is that crying from... That must be Maze! Maze is the little brother. We head towards where the voice came from, and there sits Maze, rubbing his eyes with his hands as he cries. The coat he's wearing is the same one that he had Coton's sign on. There's no mistaking it. This is not Rosen, but Maze. Maze, what's wrong? Mr. Sebia, Miss Mhakna. What happened? Can you tell us? I lost again. I can't find Rosen. What could have happened? Sebia and I exchange looks. Hey, Maze, can I ask you something? Just the other day, we met with your brother Rosen. You found him? Where? He was at the beach past the white birch forest, just like you said. Rosen was there? Yes, but it was rather strange. He said some rather mean things about you, so we were worried. What did he say? Well, the words were stuck in my throat. I don't know if I should tell him what Rosen said to us. Well, why don't you ask him yourself? Sebia says to him with a smile on his face. You'll get along better once you two get to talk. I'm sure of it. Thanks, Mr. Sebia. Let's go meet up with Rosen. We'll go with you. And then... Maze's expression freezes, as though a curse had been put on him. Oh my goodness! What is going on? And he lets out a beast roar. It's deafening, like it could tear our ears apart. I never imagined the voice is Maze's. He glares at us with eyes filled with deep hatred and screams incoherently over and over. But even though I can't understand the words, I get the feeling he's shouting at us to stay out of this. The screaming suddenly stops, and Maze bolts away. Maze, where are you going? Hi, Nero, welcome in. Let's follow him, Mhakna. Sebia and I run and run and run. We keep running until we are completely out of breath. But for some reason, we can never seem to catch up to him. Maze is right there. I can see him, but he always looks so small and so far away. As we keep on running, a layer of fog slowly begins to surround us. Look, Mhakna! It's a white birch forest! I already told you! I don't need you anymore! How many times have I told you not to follow me? There's no mistaking it. That's Rosen shouting. Don't say that, Rosen! You were so nice to me! Don't be mean! I'll give you candy! And from the same direction, I hear Maze's sobbing voice. Maze and Rosen's voice both echo throughout the forest. They must have found each other. But before I realize it, the fog has filled the entire forest. Mhakna, let's hold hands so we don't lose each other. Sebia grasps my hand firmly, and I squeeze back tightly in exchange. The two of us ran as fast as we can towards the direction of the voices. I'm sick of your stupid candies. Whenever you're around, I I want the nice Roseanne back! Maze's wailing voice pierces at my heart, and I start to tear up. What's going on, Sebia? I don't know, but the way things are going, it feels like something bad will happen. We have to get the two of them as soon as we can. But with the way the voices echo, I can't tell what they are anymore. I can't just stay nice all the time, Maze. I need to live strong, or they'll steal from my family again. Maybe they already have, and I need to be strong and smart. I don't need to be nice. I have to be strong. Strong enough to be all by myself. No, I don't want that. What's that? The sound of glass? No, Mhakna, that sound is... A powerful gust blows. The sound of the wind is so strong, it feels like it could burst my eardrums. The two of us barely manage to not be blown away. I slowly open my eyes to find that the fog around us is all but disappeared. All that remains is the sound of waves and the chirping, tweeting voices of little birds. The sun, so bright that I can barely open my eyes, shines from the beach like the morning's light. Let's go, Mhakna. Yeah. Hey! Is that Roseanne? Or is that Maze? His clothes looks just like Maze's. He's wearing the coat that Catan signed. But his eyes look like Roseanne's. Just... who is he? Are you Roseanne? Sebia asks. The boy ignores Sebia's question as he takes something out of his pocket and throws it all towards the water. That's... Maze's candy! Hey, are you... I was lonely. He cuts me off. I would have been happier as long as I got complimented, but I fell into temptation. I started eating sweets. It felt so warm and kind. But now that I look back on it, it was all just a trap. Easy choice can't possibly be the right one. So, this is for the best. The boy looks back to us as he finishes talking. The tears fall and fall. I can't tell if it's sadness or emptiness in his eyes. And then looks right at us and leaves us with his parting words. Finally, I can study without anyone bothering me. Forever. It's been a long while since we met Maze and Roseanne. Sebia and I are still lost as to what to think about what happened. But with each day that passes, our recollection of the incident continues to fade away. At some point, we stop looking back on the events of the day. And so, we return to our usual daily routine in Endless Land. What happened, guys? Was he bipolar? He had two parts of him that were fighting against each other. One of them wanted to be a child, and the other one wanted to be strong and be independent and take care of his family. What do you want to do today, Mhakna? How much time has passed since then? Where did I come from? And what worries were on my mind? These are things I don't think about anymore. I've forgotten all the pain and sadness I've had until now, and only focused on enjoying my new life in Endless Land. Anything's fine, Sepia. What do you want to do today, Mhakna? Whenever my good friend Sepia asks me that, it tugs on my chest a bit. Just a little bit. But whenever I get that feeling, I gently bottle it up and try not to think about it. Because every day is just so fun and happy. As long as I'm happy, it's okay. At some point, that became all I thought about. Is every day fun for you, Mhakna? Yes, very. Really? Lately, I see you kind of just staring out into nothing. Kind of worried. Is that so? I'm fine, though. Every single day is wonderful. So very wonderful that I can't even remember a time when I was sad. The days slowly flow by. Every single one feels so cozy and pleasant. If only this would continue forever, I think to myself. As I lay idle with that mindset, a thought suddenly comes to mind. But as for why, I don't know. Perhaps it was a curiosity that's always been in the back of my mind. Oh right, I'd like to see what Gerlutz really looks like, Sebia. Gerlutz? You mean the guard of the Purple Forest? Yes, I'm really curious about what he actually looks like. I'm sure that if we go now, he wouldn't have changed form yet. I mean, I'm so happy. I must be able to see what he really looks like. That sounds interesting. Wait, only one person at a time can go to the Purple Forest. That's what Fairy Bell told me. Then why don't we go one by one and see? I'll go first. Okay then. Come back soon, okay? Let's compare what he looks like later. See you, Mhakna. I want to go back to the Purple Forest. I want to see Gerlutz. I make the wish. Sepia seems to get further and further away as it grows darker all around me. By the time I realize it, I'm already standing atop the stone in the center of the Purple Forest. It's the very same place that I first came to when I arrived in Endless Land. Gerlutz, are you there? I'm the happiest girl in the world now. I'm not afraid of anything. So, please, let me see what you look like. Ooh. Flashbang. A dazzling light so bright my eyes hurt shines right on me, and my entire body starts shaking. The trees start shaking, clouds of dust rise from the ground, and the mirror-like water rumbles. Oh my goodness. And then, right beside me is a clump of blackness, so black not even light shines through it. Blacker than ink, than charcoal, than pain. I've never seen something so black. It's not a sigh. It's not a breath. The air itself simply makes a disturbing sound. Whether it's a voice or just a sound, I can't even tell. Gerlutz? Is that you? I ask, hesitantly, and a voice calls out to me from within the blackness. Mhakna. Are you Mhakna? That voice, I've known it for a long time. Could it be, I wonder, I addressed the voice the same way I always have? Mom? From within the blackness, I hear crushing, pulpy sounds, like a fruit getting smashed into bits. It slowly takes shape. Thin arms, thin legs, a thin body, and a head with long, frayed, dried-out hair. As the blackness recedes, its form changes into what is, without question, my mother, the one who was taken away long ago. Mom, what are you doing here? Mhakna, you've grown up so much. Despite her kind words, her glaring eyes pierce into me. Why are you looking at me like that? It's been so long since we last met. You're friends with that brat? Sebbiarno? She speaks hoarsely, in a low tone of voice, as if cursing under her breath. Sebby is a dear friend of mine. I was able to stay well in the Mulberry Orphanage because of him. Sebbiarno, what an annoying, infuriating brat. Why are you being so mean? He's a really nice, smart boy. Who gives a damn? I should have taken care of him too. Why do you keep saying these things? Why do you hurt people like that? Like, it was nothing. How could a stupid little kid like you ever understand? I may be a child, but if you don't explain it to me, then how can I understand? If you don't put your thoughts into words, then we won't be able to understand each other. The long, long silence dawns on us. Is it a second? Is it a minute? Is it an hour? I loved your father. My mother breaks through the frozen silence in time. I truly loved him. Deeply. It was the first time in my life that I wrung out the courage to expose myself to someone. That man showed me just how frightening it is to love someone from the bottom of your heart. I would have given my all for him. I wouldn't have minded giving my life for him. But Mhakna. Though it seemed as if my mother was completely out of strength, her arms and legs begin to shake. I get goosebumps all over my body, as if my entire body has suddenly been wrapped in a cold cloth. Everything changed ever since you were born. Your father spent less and less time with me. He started coming home less, but I still tried. I tried so hard. Every day, I cooked, I cleaned, I took care of you. I was so lonely, but I waited. I was so alone, but I tried. I believed that he would come home someday. I waited and waited and waited. It was so hard. I thought my heart would just break. I wanted to disappear. But I still believed in him. But he chose Sebbiarno's mother. He abandoned our house. He threw it all away. I saw him behind the windows. He was taking care of baby Sebbiarno. And then I knew. I knew he didn't care about me or about you anymore. Infuriating! 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 There's a weight in my stomach. It sinks. What an awful thing to happen. I get it now. You hate my father. 2 weights. But why did you do such horrible things to me too, Mom? I didn't do anything bad. We could have been good friends. 3 weights. 4. 5. I can see him! Every time I look at you, I can see that man's face. A caterpillar in my throat. And I start to drown in anger and pain again. If only you were never born, 2 caterpillars. He would still be 3. Mhakna, do you have any idea how many times I wanted to get rid of you? 4. You're nothing but a mew. I'll rid you of you right here and now. I see red, and then I see white. My eyes are spinning. It's like gravity has flip-flopped. But only for an instant. Once I come to my senses, I realize that I'm on my feet, dashing against the ground. Run. 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 All I can do is run. Sebia! Wish. 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 Run. Run. And run. Sebia! 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 Is it sweat or tears running down my face? I don't know. I simply run for my life. Sebia! I want to meet Sebia! I wish for it strongly in my heart. My surroundings are bathed in light. It's so bright, I have to close my eyes. I slowly open them and find that the person in front of me is not Sebia. Fairy Belle! Belle doesn't blink. She stares at me coldly, with sharp eyes, like a beast hunting its prey. This isn't what you promised, Mhakna. Why did you go back to the Purple Forest? You were warned not to go back there. She speaks to me, her expression completely devoid of Sibelia. I find myself at a loss upon seeing that expression on Belle for the first time, and I can't help but look away. And you know, there's one more thing I need to warn you about. Her tone of voice grows darker. It's both clear, but at the same time, it pierces right through me. If you or Sebiarno get any closer, I will have to take one of your hearts. Our hearts? What do you mean, Fairy Belle? What do you mean, take one of our hearts? That moment, I recall the Barker boy. The one who would call people over for Coton. That's right, the boy fell in love with Coton. Love is the cause of pain and conflict. So I punished him by taking his heart away. He'll continue to help Coton until she no longer needs him. And then he'll just vanish. That's terrible. Terrible it isn't, Mhakna. When a heart grows too much, it learns to hurt people without any guilt. Turning children into animals and then selling them. Treating their own sons like pets, then setting fire to their own houses to deal with them. Forcing a girl to do things expected of a girl just because she's a girl. Deciding what people can and can't do. Speaking ill of them. Discriminating against them. Just for their own prestige. Forcing their child to study so much that his personality splits into two. Hurting others because they were hurt themselves. Nothing good happens when your heart grows too much and grows too heavy. That's... If you wish to meet Sabriano again, then your wish will be granted. But when that happens... Without finishing her sentence, Belle disappears with a flit, leaving only a morose silence. She's evil! How much time has passed since then? A year? I continue to cry, thinking back to what Belle had told me. 10 years? Sebi is a precious friend of mine. 100 years? I would be devastated if we could never meet again. 1,000 years? My heart will be taken away. 10,000 years. I'm scared. But there's something even more scary. Something that must never happen. Never. Ever. There's something that I need to tell him while I'm still me. I want to meet Sebia. I wish for it strongly, stronger than ever before. But I don't hear Sepia's voice, which I should have heard in an instant. The silence is frighteningly long. Will I never see him again? What if everything is already over by the time I open my eyes? The fear envelops me. My hands shake. My eyes tear up. But then, I hear a voice from a distance. Mhakna! From behind me, I hear Sepia's voice. I turn around, and there stands none other than my dear and precious Sepia. What happened, Mhakna? I was so worried, I thought I'd never see you again. Sepia runs over, concern written all over his face. He even seemed somewhat worn out. Does Sepia's sense of time run similarly to my own? Sepia, I wanted to see you for so long. I wanted to just hug him right there and then, and cry. Cry my eyes out. I wanted to forget everything. But there is something more important that I have to tell him. We need to talk, Sepia. Talk? I hold my tears back and speak. We need to leave Endless Land. Huh? Why all of a sudden? Belle promised us happiness forever, but what Fairy Belle calls happiness isn't what we should call happiness. What do you mean, Mhakna? We won't get hungry here like we do in Mulberry Orphanage? We can eat whenever we want to? We can play whenever we want to? I've never been this free in my entire life. Aren't we plenty happy? I guess we are right now. But for us to stay happy, it feels like we have to keep lying to ourselves. Lying to ourselves? What do you mean? We're just convincing ourselves that this is happiness. When I first met Garlitz in the Purple Forest, he took the shape of Tigre Anne. But as I stayed here in Endless Land, I stopped being afraid of Tigre Anne. So I thought I wasn't afraid of anything in this world anymore. But then when I went back to the Purple Forest, my mom was there. Hi, Rico. Welcome in. My anime. You can have it. You can have all of it. Even though I never thought about her. Those are all memories from a long, long time ago. I was so scared. I was so very scared. I just ran. It was the first time I was so scared in my entire life. It said so many horrible things to me. I cried so hard. I was alone for so long, crying and thinking to myself. Thinking and thinking and thinking. Crying and crying and crying. And when I ran out of tears, it came to me. More and more scary things will keep on appearing in people's hearts, even when they don't realize. If you don't face each of them properly, then they'll just grow and grow. So I thought, and I thought, and I thought some more. And there, I found another thing I was scared of. Another thing you were scared of? What is it, Mhakna? Losing you, Sepia. I think the more we stay in here, the less of ourselves will become. Is that really happiness? If I don't stay mean, if I don't stay... You don't stay you, well, we become happy. There's no point in becoming happy. I won't stay me? Sure say some weird things, Mhakna. What makes you say it won't be me anymore? I mean, Sepia, you ended up not drawing anymore after all. Sepia opened his eyes wide, as if he just awoken from a dream. That's right. Why don't I draw anymore? There's so many things I still want to draw. So many more things I still want to see. Being happy from drawing and being happy in Endless Land. What's more important, Sepia? Sepia's expression fills with worry. Even I can tell he's dealing with all sorts of emotions. How much time has passed since then? A year? 10 years? 100 years? No. Now, I can clearly sense the passage of time. And not just time, but everything. Mhakna, let's leave Endless Land. And so my consciousness immediately becomes clear. I want to go back. I want to go back to the old world. Seppi and I wish as hard as we can. The sound of glass. The same sound from when we first came to Endless Land. Fairy Bell must be coming close. I open my eyes, and in front of us is not Malbear Orphanage, or Endless Land, or the Purple Forest. It's the white room where we had last met Cotton. Sevia! Sevia and I were supposed to have been holding hands. But he's gone. A pure white world extends above me, below me, to my left, to my right. I'm the only thing here, standing at the very center. So, you came. Suddenly, a voice calls to me from behind. It's a voice that I heard many, many times before. A voice in this world that I remember best. But it's impossible. The one who owns that voice is... No. I slowly turn around, afraid, only to find the one standing there is me. What? Are you Garlutz? Where's Sepia? You can never meet Seviarno here ever again. What is all this? What do you mean, Garlutz? This is your last chance from Fairy Bell, Mhakna. Bell is a merciful fairy. That's why she's giving you one final chance. A chance? What kind of chance? No matter what she says, I'm not giving her my heart. The other me doesn't blink. She only stares straight at me. She won't take your heart. Instead, she'll take your memories. Belle will erase every single one of your memories. Of Malbear Orphanage. Of Tigra Ann. Of your mother. Of Catan. Of Chromie. Of Roseanne. All the pain you've ever experienced. Then you can finally live happily in Endless Land without any trace of doubt or uncertainty left. My body freezes up in sheer shock. Does that mean that my memories of Sepia will be erased too? Wait. I'm stopped mid-sentence. It's then that I realize something's off. The hands of the other me are balled into fists. They're shaking. Oh, warning. Before you say anything. Right now, the other world is going through some very hard times. The important people of many countries are all fighting for various reasons. Many innocent people are being affected. It will be such a tragedy. The country that you and Sepiarno come from will face even more dire poverty. This is it. If you and Sepiarno leave, you can never come back to Endless Land. Because this is a kingdom of children. Once you choose to grow up, you can no longer be here. Well, Mhakna? After knowing this, you still want to leave Endless Land? Her tear draws an arc as they trace their ways down her cheek. Like she's had her heart hurt deeply. What are you doing in there, Nico? Like something is slipping away for her. Like a mother about to lose her child. The tears flow like a waterfall, continuing to drip down onto the ground. The other me is crying. Her eyes grow watery. You... For an instant, my mind goes blank. You're... And unable to bear it. You're not Carloots, but... I can't hold the tears back, and begin to cry too. You're Belle, aren't you? Watching us over until the very end. Oh, I'm about to cry. Very Belle. Oh. You cried like an hour? But unlike the other me, why are you smiling, Mhakna? How can you keep smiling at a time like this? Oh, this is so sad. I smile. With all that I can muster. It takes everything I have to not break down. So I don't let myself get overwhelmed by her kindness. A smile comes from deep within my heart. You understand, Mhakna? Why have I been so blind? Or perhaps there is no way for me to tell. How could I? No one has ever cared for me in this way. Oh God! It will be nothing but suffering on the other side. The world is made out of tragedies. Bella has always genuinely cared for us children from the bottom of her heart. I'm sorry, but I can't be here anymore. I pushed down an overwhelming urge to stay wrapped comfortably in Belle's kindness. And then I bring out every drop of courage I can, and part with these words. I want to go back, Fairy Belle. No matter how much pain, how much sorrow is in that world. True happiness can only be found after overcoming it all. That's what Endless Land and you have taught me. So I choose to go back to the real world. Thank you, Belle. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I have to blow my nose. Hello, Ube. Welcome in. Good morning. How much time has passed Since then, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? In a certain country, in a certain town, the citizens are brimming with excitement. In that town is a museum that managed to escape the ravages of war. Rumor has it that after a long time, it finally opens its doors once more. The workers are hustling to place the paintings and sculptures in their proper positions. People have come from all over the country, hoping to savor what little moments of peace they can. Works from all the great artists continue to be hung up against the walls. A young man dressed in worker's garb takes out a single grand piece from the last container. He haphazardly carries it up the wall. Whoa there, be careful. There aren't that many Gramuras left in the nice condition, you know? A middle-aged man with a deep forest green jacket draped on his shoulders rushes over to support one of the sides of the painting. A Gramura? The worker unintentionally raises his voice in astonishment. You know Gramura? Yes, I'm an aspiring artist myself, so I heard the rumors. He's the artist that lost his dominant arm in the war, right? That's right. But after he returned home, he started from scratch drawing with his left hand, practicing for years. Oh my god, that's Seppi, isn't it? In the end, he created many masterpieces that left an impact on the world. The young man squints his eyes in silence and stares at the art that he had just hung. Excuse me, director? What is the name of this piece? I can't seem to find the plaque. I have the plaque with me right now. Let me install it. The director replies, taking a shining plaque out of his pocket and carefully places it under the frame of the painting. Oh no! I'm gonna cry again. Mhakna is the name of this painting? What's a Mhakna? Is the name of the beautiful woman in the painting. Oh god! Apparently there's a country where that's a common name. God. They got married! This is a portrait of Mr. Gramura's wife. It's been rumored that Mr. Gramura would have given up his art if it wasn't for her. Oh my god. Blow my nose. Excuse me. My, what a beautiful lady. I would love to have a chance to meet the two of them. Indeed. I would have loved to meet the couple too. Oh my god, alas, it's no longer possible now. The director crosses his arms, indulging himself in a daydream as he stares out the window. What happened to the two? Where are they now? Nobody knows. They went missing quite some time ago, so I hear. There have been many wars that so much is still lost even now. I doubt there's anyone left who knows where the couple is. I see. But Mrs. Gramura, she seems really happy. This is the first time I've ever seen a portrait of someone smiling so happily. Yes, definitely. I'm sure they both were. They must be, for them to be able to leave such a wonderful painting. Oh. Did they go to Endless Land? Did they go back? Ugh. That was a good story. They didn't go back to Endless Land, you don't think so? I don't think so either. They're probably living their best life somewhere. That's how I hope it is. Water, thank you. You mean tea? That's true. You can't feel happiness without hardship. Ah. Meet the yin to your yang. Many stars twinkle in the night sky, and within them is a fairy that has yet to become an angel, they say. When will she become an angel? Only the great big star knows. Oh? It's the sound of glass again tonight. On cold days and on hot days. On lonely days and on peaceful days. On windy days and on fair days. From the big, big crystal in Endless Land. She continues to watch over all children. Even today. There's Sebia and Mhakna. Oh my god, the title changed. Oh my god. I can click on these. I wonder what happened to the lumberjack. Chromie. Oh, we get to learn about them. Ugh. The ads are starting soon. I need a break after that. So we'll run some ads. We'll be back in 3 minutes. I'm gonna go clean up all this tissue paper on my desk. I'll see you guys in a bit. Goodbye. Oh, hi guys. Is this mod abuse? I'll wait a few days. I'll see if you can behave well on Discord. I'm good now. All the tissue paper has been cleared. Let me delete my Discord messages then. What did you... I can see all of your deleted messages, by the way. I can see every edited message on Discord. I can see every deleted message on Discord. I can see everything. My eyes are everywhere. You can't hide from me. Let's read some of the excerpts of the different characters in here, now that we have a chance to access them. So this is Catan. She also disappeared eventually. The daughter of a noble, Catan enjoys singing, writing, and similar pursuits. She focused only on her desire to create, uninterested in her status as nobility, or the spotlight shone on her for her beauty. However, one day a revolution broke out and overthrew the royalty. The aristocracy was abolished and Catan's family lost much of its power. In the new order, slavery was reinstated and many former aristocrats were forced into it. Her family no exception. Creative work was deemed something only men were permitted to do. And so she lost the ability to openly do so, and eventually she ends up being used as child labor. Belle comes to her aid after she experiences various forms of abuse at her workplace. No! So this is like the past of how they ended up in Endless Land to begin with. Like, I think Fairy Belle has good intentions, but she's not like the best person. I hope Fairy Belle does eventually become an angel one day. But she's gotta change the way that she's looking at life, you know what I mean? Right? You can't just force happiness on people. Forced happiness is not happiness. Chromie is a man of a large build in his 20s with a mental disorder. He grew up unloved by his parents, his name coming from the name of an animal. As a child, he wasn't given any proper sustenance and only managed to avoid starvation by eating mushrooms that he picked in the woods. Upon maturing into an adult, he was made to work as a lumberjack, owing to the small minimal contact with other people, but his parents took all of his earnings. One day, his parents grew sick of taking care of him and set fire to the house while he was sleeping, in the hopes of claiming insurance damages. Unfortunately, a Picamo he had been secretly keeping, Tokomi, woke him up. He barely managed to escape with his life, but his parents had all but disappeared. Tokomi eventually passed away. He finds himself lost at a rocky outcrop when Belle saves him. It's you? Your house burned down? Nico. Go to insurance. Oh, question mark, question mark, question mark. Who is this? How do we unlock them? On round days and on square days. A call back to a series of fantastic melodies written by Alison Reveg, and a metaphor for the game disease was introduced in the novel. Officially known as the Little Demon's Board Game Disease, this illness only strikes children between the ages of 4 and 14. Once contracted, small bruises of circles, triangles, and squares form on the child's skin, eventually enveloping the whole body. If any shape lines up 6 in a row, the child loses their life. As the shape forms, the child experiences unbearable pain. Many children die due to the shock. Note, the game disease is modeled off of a real illness called Shapes disease. Current medical crafting advances have eradicated the sickness almost entirely in developed countries. We actually didn't get to see this in the game. We never saw this in the game. So I wonder if there's a part of the game that we haven't unlocked yet in the visual novel. It's part of the Fault series. Wait, what? Series visual novel. I was looking at the Fault series. I didn't know this was part of it. I was looking at Fault. Oh, that's so interesting. Maybe this is like my entryway into getting into the Fault visual novels. You posted a few of them in the recommended channel? Huh. This is super standalone, which is why I recommended it. Pikomo. Small carnivores and mammals, sorry, I can't read today, with soft fur and retractable claws. While they may look adorable, they are different to domesticate and generally not fond of humans. Whoa, and music change. However, this does not stop people from keeping them as pets. Oh, no, it's not music change. I'm just on... There's a trailer going on. It's playing in the background. Would you guys keep a peekaboo? Would you guys want a peekaboo pet? It's like keeping a tiger at home. Typically, the female cares for the offspring. Female peekaboos are infamous for becoming extremely aggressive after they give birth, and will usually not allow even the father near the children. After the litter grows up to a certain age, they are known to form communities with other peekaboos. If the mother caring for baby peekaboos for any reason senses her impending death, she carries her children to another mother's peekaboo's nest as a last attempt to find a caretaker for her children. If the other peekaboo mother accepts, the new litter is treated like family. Should she decline, they're typically mauled to death on the spot. Excuse me? This is gruesome. Please just say... The worst she can say is no. Continues to obliterate all the babies. Vibalia, so this is soul. One of the gods said to have created humanity. The name Vibalia often refers to the colorless mana within humans, said to be the source of life. It is believed to linger even after death and persist even when separated from the body. So this just is the soul. It's the soul. They mentioned this in the game. I'm guessing this is more into like the world building of things. Mana craft, okay. Fairy Belle, that's her. Adorned with a crown of dried flowers and with glass wings of emeralds, this fairy brings happiness to children. Though originally born as a fairy of Vilia, when she saw the less fortunate children of the world, she became linked to their pain, and as a result, she can directly feel the pain and sadness of children. The poll ended? Wait, what is it? I can't see the results. Should Ark make Nico a mod? Yes, 2, no, 1. This is not enough votes. This is skewed. I'm not gonna mod Nico. That's crazy. Hello, Severe. Welcome in. Using her own Vibalia, Belle created Endless Land, a place of salvation for children. However, the after effects were so great that she could no longer appear except in front of those who truly believe in Belle's existence. And so, the story of Belle has been passed down as a fairy of children. She wears a crown of flowers, which was once alive but dried out upon creating Endless Land. The wishes of children in Endless Land are granted with her own mana. Whenever she grants a wish, some of the petals in her crown fall off and scatter. According to Garlutz, even the petals on her own crown have all fallen. When the petals on her own crown have all fallen, then Belle's life will end. But no one really knows the truth. She's gonna die. The results are reversed on Discord. What is going on in there? Tiger Ann. Discord is blocking the way, I can't see. Mulberry Orphanage's caretaker, a woman in her 50s, with a mana craft that lets her turn children into animals. She had taken charge of the orphanage. Note that the word Tigra isn't really part of her name, but rather a title that means facility chief. Garlutz? She's so evil. Why would you turn people into animals? What is going on? Hello, Ram. I'm wondering too, what is going on in our Discord? What is going on in here? You know, you can create polls, right? You can create polls. He deleted a message so Ark can't see? What? Is it chaos in there? Garlutz's main duty is to guard the Purple Forest. He scares away children in Purple Forest who would wander into reality, make sure no one would leave the gates. I think this is it. The art style is similar. This is more of a visual novel. I think the watercolor is very similar to Okami, but it's not really the same game. Hi, Ben. Welcome in. What happens if we were to continue? I don't think you read Catones or Mazes. I think you have. It came after. How much time has passed since then? 10 years? Yeah, it came after Catones. About how, wait, did it? No, we didn't read it, you're right. 30 years? So we already played through this. Go back to the menu. Return. Wait! Title. You saw Catones, but the ad break came. Oh, let's see. Chromie? I don't think it's there, actually. Wait, Roseanne doesn't have... Wait. Never mind. Wait, never mind. Roseanne and Maze. Here we go. Roseanne hails from the same country as Catan. Born into nobility, he was subject to a strict education. However, the aristocracy was uprooted in a revolution which killed his father and stripped the nobility of its power. Ever since, in order to ensure his descendants would carry on the family's history of achievements, his mother forced Roseanne into abnormally difficult education. Though Roseanne himself felt pride in what he was doing, he was only permitted the bare minimum amount of food, deprived of all luxuries and play, and sometimes was not even allowed to sleep. Eventually, his mental state reached the breaking point, and he only managed to avoid a complete breakdown by creating an imaginary kind little brother as his friend, resulting in multiple personality disorder. This is really dark. He became accustomed to the candy that his mother would reward him with being taken by Maze, and then get the candy from Maze at a beach where no one would see him as he ate it. Val saves him when one day he collapses at the beach from sleep deprivation. Oh my god. This tied to the events taking place in the main Fault series. Is the Fault series about the war that's happening in real life? I see. That's why it was this the question mark one? It was. We finished the game. Summoned Belle by noticing all the images that we had drawn. Oh, she's right here. She just... Oh, that's cool. You can flip the title screen. So this is the previous one. Yeah, she's still watching over them. I like how she doesn't like force them to stay in Endless Land. I think if like that was the conclusion of the story where she's like, you guys actually can't leave, I won't allow you to leave, I would have been like, yeah, she's a terrible person. But she's still She still let them go. She let them go despite all the suffering in the world. Yeah, she's a good fairy. She's a good fairy with potential to become an angel. Let me close out this game. Let's go over to the screen. Goodbye. The thing with this game is that I kind of already saw... I thought I already saw what was coming. But, I didn't quite expect that ending. I think it was... The entire time, I kind of just had this feeling that maybe Belle wasn't like the best person. She's not a person, she's a fairy. But she didn't have the best, what's it called? Vision? You're Belle. You're Fairy Belle? Intentions. Yeah, she didn't have the best intentions, but I was wrong. I was wrong about that. And I think that twist at the end kind of just like, that broke me. I was like, I like her. And especially during that one scene when she's like, you know, you're not allowed to see Sepia again. I was like, this sucks. You know what Fairy Belle reminds me of? She's kind of like a mother that they didn't really have, because sometimes mothers don't really have the best intentions either. But they do care for the children. Yeah, at the end of the day, she was ultimately still looking out for them. I think that's what matters. Hello, Kiseki. Welcome in. I opened Twitch out of boredom. I was scrolling through the list and saw your stream, so I joined. I hope you enjoy your stay. We just finished a game. So now we're just chatting. Now we're just chillaxing. I hate that word. Now we're chill and relaxing. I still don't feel chill. I need to sit down for a bit. It's like, you know, when you watch a movie and after the entire movie's over, you walk out of the cinemas and everything you're thinking about in your head is just the movie. Yeah, like you're still trying to process it. It hasn't been fully comprehended in my brain yet. It's still sitting in there and I'm slowly digesting it. And there's nothing that I can really say about it currently. Parents that do bad things but show their own way of love. Insert Ryoshu from Limbus. Is that what happened? I have not played through Canto 9 yet. I think next week I might start. We are always chill here. I'm glad you feel chill. Because right now I'm like... I have sweat rolling down my back. I still have snot in my nose. Yeah, thanks for sharing it. Thanks for sharing it, Sentience. Stream yourself finishing the intervallo? Maybe I will. If I don't make it to Canto 9 next week, I would just stream the intervallo. You recommend Lightcraft or Fault 1 next? I don't know if I'll be streaming another visual novel anytime soon, because it does take multiple streams. If I'm able to stream it all in one sitting, then I would. But it's hard. It's hard for me. Oh, you read on your own time. Oh! Thank you, I will. I actually will, because I really love visual novels. Visual novels was really the only thing I really got into when I was younger. So I played a lot of Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney was one of my favorite games. I played 999 on all of the escape games. The Zero Escape games. My first visual novel ever was Steins Gate. Reading what? I tried Umineko. It was way too long. I couldn't do it. Higurashi, Umineko, oh my god, those games are too long. And then I tried sitting down and listening to someone stream it. They were streaming for like 9 hours. It was a 9-hour stream and they only got through like the very beginning. But still, there's a lot of bloat in Umineko to the point where I'm like, there's some parts that I wish weren't part of the writing, because it gets to a point where you start sleeping. Like, I'm pretty sure that somewhere in the middle the climax hits, right? But the lead up to the climax is a lot. I'm not gonna do Umineko, no. I'm not. Did you finish the book? Which one? Lord of Mysteries? How to Murder Your Employer? I'm reading a lot of books right now. I picked up Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint as well. I also still have Lord of the Rings in my Kindle as well. It doesn't overstay the concept. Yeah, it was good pacing. Peter Pan, but darker. Do you think the original Peter Pan was also had a really dark story? How do you juggle between them? I don't know. I kind of just whenever I'm exercising, like yesterday, I was doing yoga and I was like, let me just pick one out of the 5, and then I read it, and then just go from where I ended off, and I start reading. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint is so good. It is. Oh right, I still have God, that other isekai one that I was reading. There's a lot I'm reading at the same time. Original kids stories are usually pretty dark. Like Cinderella. Like, which was the one where... It was Cinderella, where the ravens picked out the stepsister's eyeballs, right? Don't die. I'm already dying, it's too late. You can't stop me now. Or Little Mermaid, where she loses her voice and she still doesn't marry the prince. Hopefully Fairy Belle will take you before you die. No, I don't want to go to Endless Land. I'm like figuratively dying. I'm not literally dying. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Endless Land, where you're stuck streaming for the rest of your life. No! I would hate that. I mean, I'm kind of already streaming every day. It feels like this is just my life now. Streaming is my life now. I still like blow my nose 1 second. I'm still recovering. That or Detroit? What is Detroit? Why would... No, as in I'm gonna go to Detroit before I die? Why Detroit specifically? About Limbus, try to skip the Uptie story for the IDs. They'll come out in the last few banners. There's some spoilers. Okay, I did get... I got Dawn. I got Glitchy Dawn. Detroit Become Human. See, I couldn't tell if he meant go to Detroit, as in the place, or do you mean I should play Detroit Become Human? Because I played it already. I don't know that you're going to Detroit me. No, I don't know it. Is it part of the game? Because I forgot everything. If anything, I think when I played the game, I only got one ending. I got one ending to Detroit Become Human. I didn't finish the rest of it. There's a lot of guys. I'm very uncultured. I'm just it's unrelated to the game. I didn't become human. I don't know the meme. I don't know the meme. Is it an American meme? Because I'm like, even though I'm in North America, I'm like the least American person that you can find here. You guys know me, I never finish games. I just have a amount of games piled up. Every time there's a Steam sale, whoop, buys more games. Piles up even higher. The 28 stab wounds. Can't have shit in Detroit. Why? This sounds familiar, but I have no idea what that is. Will you pick up Zenless Zone Zero again? The Angels of Delulu coming out. What the hell are the Angels of Delulu? Please explain. I do want to play it again because I do want to pick it up again because all of the bamboos are sitting on my desk staring at me with their eyes devoid of life. So yes, I do want to. I have so much Zen Zone Zero merch as well. I love the bamboos. I'll play for the bamboos. The idol group faction. The what? They're not called the Angels of Delulu, aren't they? Call something else. Imagine you launch a game, they're like, here you go, let me introduce the Angels of Delulu. Actually, that feels like something that Zen Zone Zero would do because they're so comedic in their dialogue. They're called the Angels of Delusion. Okay. That makes sense. That makes a little bit more sense than the Angels of Delulu. Angels of Delusion. Z. Wait, they're cute. Wait, they're cute! Okay, wait. This is fan art. I need like the official art. Save, and then so that you guys can see as well. Save this image. I still have the Marmite images up. Here we go. They're really cute. I feel like if you were to pull on any of these characters in the gacha game, then you have to pull for all of them. Like, you need the entire group. Like, this is an entire team comp, guys. This is a full team comp. Like, you can't just have one on your team. You gotta have all of them. So yeah, I think I would. I like the robot girl. Play Uma Musume for the idol horse girls? I can't. It's too addicting. It's way too addicting. The gameplay loop is so addicting to the point where I'm gonna lose my life. You know, I'm already addicted to Enfield. It's too late. I can't have another addiction in my life. Another game addiction. You like the girl on the right? She's cute. I like all of them. I think if I were to like put them on a list, I think I actually like the second girl the most, and then I like the third one, and then the first one. I think the last girl, she's too Genki for me. Like, Genki girls have an audience. Genki girls have people. Okay, there are a group of people who really like Genki girls, but she's too Genki for me. I'm more the opposite. I prefer my Tsuns and my Kuderes. And I like the third girl only because she's a robot. God forbid a girl to be happy. It's just such a common trope that I'm so tired of it. It's like, you know, they're always your common sidekick character. Like, they're always a character that's right next to the MC. And I'm like, I see this character all the time. It's always the same character with same personality. Like, you see it in Enfield too. Freaking Chen is like Genki girl Chen. Like, I like Genki girls in real life because they're fun to hang out with, right? But when it comes to games, I'm like, yeah, you're just a common trope. Who's Genki girl? Chenki from Enfield. We have this girl here. You got Yui from Hashiman. You got I don't know, there's just a lot. There's so many. There's so many. There's so many of them. That's why I'm like, oh, she looks cuter. She looks like it would be, her dialogue looks like it would be fun. I'm a Genki girl. I'm barely Genki, guys. Yeah, Chen. I'm like anything. Okay, I'm not anything but Genki. I'm like between Genki and between. If you guys know me personally, you wouldn't call me Genki, guys. You wouldn't call me Genki at all. Just an ABG, farthest from a Genki. That they're not even in the same categories. That's like comparing oranges to apples. Sorry, not even oranges to apples. That's like comparing freaking, like, I don't know, a book to an apple. Like, they're the farthest away from each other. Moody? I'm not moody. I don't know what I am. I'm just me. I'm like, on the scale of Genki from 0 to 10, 10 being the most Genki, 0 being like a complete non-verbal, don't say anything type of person, right? I am probably My off stream, I am a 5. On stream, I am probably 7. I know someone who is 10 Genki. So like, I'm just comparing myself to them. I'm like, I can never reach that level. I can never ever reach that level. Unfortunately, being me has not worked in my favor. I need a new personality to form. What do you mean you need a new personality? You can't just have a new personality like that. Snap my finger, suddenly new personality. What do you mean? When you say as much as I do, I'm not yapping. Yeah, I think Miko and I are pretty similar, not in Genki levels, but Miko is a bit more of a troll than I am. You're the bike boy, you're the bike man. You got it, you're getting it. What's the number between 5 and 7? And then say the number after that. What do you mean by that? Do you want me to say 6, 7? 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. Gotta get the brain rot out of my life. 6, 7. Is that the thing? It's becoming a thing where someone would say 6, 7 and suddenly the entire chat would just be like 6, 7, 6, 7. Remove the brain rot from your life. You have to block it and friend me, I fear. No. The brain rot cannot be manifested in a single person. You cannot be the epitome of brain rot. If you are, right, you would be a rare creature on this earth because the only thing coming out of your mouth would be brain rot. You would be like that one Skyrim mod, and everything you say is just like Gen Z language. And I refuse to believe that there's actually a person out there who talks like that. Why 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. 6, 7. I need my safe space from brain rot. Where would be a safe space? You know, after removing myself from Twitter, I feel like my serotonin levels kind of just like skyrocketed. After removing myself from like all social media, like I'm still on Blue Sky, but like I haven't been using TikTok. I haven't been going on YouTube and looking at shorts. I haven't been looking at any sort of brain rot, and I'm like, wow, life feels so much better. And I want that for everyone. I want that for all of you guys. So please, please take a break from scrolling. The brain rot video Skyrim opening scene is actually well written. I think that was what I was looking at. Such people are real, I fear. I've not interacted with the younger generation for me to be like, yeah, you talk like that. Everyone I know around me is... I'm fortunate to say that they're relatively normal. That there's a lack of brain rot. I may actually be the most brain rotted, but like at the same time, I don't even consider myself as brain rotted. Like maybe just a tiny bit, but like in comparison to everyone else I know around me, I am probably the most, and that says something, right? I'm good. I'm happy about. I'm happy that nobody around me speaks brain rot except for myself. My brain rot exposure is mostly once it breaks containment and gets reposted on Discord. I go into shit posts on Discord every so often, and I see the stuff you guys post on there, and half the time I'm like, I'm glad I'm a boomer. I'm not a boomer, but I'm glad I don't understand half of these references. Have you tried saying 6, 7 to a group of kids out in public? No, I'm scared too. I'm just imagining it right now. You go up to a group of kids, right? And the first thing you say is not even a hi, you just go 6, 7. And suddenly I feel like the entire group they're all gonna start repeating after you. It's gonna be like the online threads in the chats where the moment someone says 6-7, everyone starts saying it. And no one has any idea why. It's like, it's just a natural instinct, the 6-7 instinct. Unfortunately, kids at the party say it all the time, but what does it even mean? I feel bad for the bus drivers. You mean the school bus drivers? Not the actual, not like public bus drivers, right? I mean, I'm always feeling bad for them. Some of them are great though. I feel like in order to become a school teacher or a bus driver, you have to have a level of patience and you have to be good with kids because you're going to be dealing with them every single day. It is not a job for the normal person. It's not a job for me. I can never be a teacher. I can never be like a school teacher. Maybe a university professor, I can see it, but a school teacher, no thank you. I know a few school teachers, they seem like they really enjoy their time and they would tell me stories of their kids and I was like, I can't do whatever you're doing, and I, you know, props to you. Like they sound like they're having a great time too. Like they talk about having a classroom pet. They talk about instances with the kids in the classroom and they think it's so cute. And as they're saying this, in my head I'm going like, oh god, no, I could never deal with that. Never. I'm a sub and this is true. Out of context, that sounds strange to me. What do you wait, what is the context of you're a sub? Like, oh, a substitute teacher. Oh, okay. Okay, I was thinking about something else. A sub teacher, alright. I was lost for a second. Please say substitute teacher instead of a sub. A sub sandwich? I think you have to be mentally broken to actually want to be a school teacher. No, I think you just need a lot of patience and you have to be good with kids. Like, you would have to enjoy... Okay, let me just take this off the screen right now. You would actually have to like children and like interacting with children. You would have to think that they are cute because, like, for me, I don't think kids are cute. Like, I just don't like kids in general. I think they are a menace to society. I think they are so annoying to deal with. But there are people out there who like enjoying. They do enjoy teaching kids and like seeing how they grow and stuff. And I understand it from their viewpoint, but it can never be me. You know who else is a substitute teacher? Who? Teaching is a passion-based job? I think so too. I actually think that if you don't have a good school teacher, right, it's actually pretty detrimental to your growth. So, like, I feel like you can't just have a teacher. Like, you can't just teach because you're like, yeah, I just want a job. Like, choose something else, please. Choose something else, because you're not just affecting, you're not just like, you know, going in for a paycheck, right? You're affecting like the entire life of a child. Germa? Really? Germa was a substitute teacher? That'd be hilarious. Imagine you're like in school and then like your teacher's away for the day, they're sick, and it's like, wait, Germa's my teacher. Germa just strolls in. He is like, hey class. Thank you, I'm drinking water. What's something that Germa would say? What is a Germa sentence? Oh, it was before he became a streamer. Gosh dang it. A teacher noise bit to get the kids to pay attention? Wait, that's actually a great idea. You need something that's not funny, but also something that's not scary. Because I had some teachers that had a giant ruler and would start banging on the, what is it, like the steel cabinet? It would make such a loud noise that would scare the hell out of everyone. But you can't have something that's just like a squeaky ball because the kids would start laughing. He made a bit about him just bursting into class and say, blippity dippity. The what? He may be a genius. All the friends in the halls. Hello, class. Hello, all of the students in the halls. Blippity boppity boom. Yeah. Just some wild noises. I just want to say good luck to all the teachers these days because the kids are little monsters. I mean, they've always been, but it's like they no longer learn discipline anymore. It's hard to teach them discipline. It's not like back in the day. And I think every single student needs their own teacher. I actually think it's pretty... I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's very difficult to teach a group of 30 kids. Good morning, Shin. Welcome in. How are you doing? We're talking about kids in the classroom. I think it's really hard to be a teacher teaching a group of 30 kids. Because every single kid is different, right? And every single kid learns differently. And every single kid behaves differently. And you can't just group them all into one. The Gen Alpha was raised in iPads, which is the fault of the parents. I actually think... having a kid... It's actually... Okay, even though I know it's a meme, right? You know, kids being raised on iPads. I actually think it's the content that they consume on the iPads that is really bad for them. Because these kids are watching things that they shouldn't be watching on their iPads. They need something with, like, interaction. They need to socialize. They need to learn how to socialize. Like, back in my day, we had Mr. Rogers, and I feel like his show was one of the best shows that I've watched as a kid. Like, even Teletubbies was terrible. Teletubbies was bad. Barney was okay. But I think we need a show like Mr. Rogers. Kids got Bluey now. How was Bluey? When I have a kid, I'd give a Nokia phone at best. With nothing on it. Destroy their dopamine. True. Destroy them. Give them hell. I'm still recovering. Put them in the pit of fire. That's what we need to do. And I'm kidding. Don't do that. I used to wake up at 5 a.m. to watch 5 a.m. to watch Mr. Rogers as a child. Just yourself? Like, would your parents wake up with you to watch with you? Or you'd be like, yeah, let me just wake up by myself to watch Mr. Rogers. Do you like Mr. Rogers that much? He was great. Are you saying we should Cocomelon the kids? Full Clockwork Orange style? Yes. Yes, exactly that. No, I'm kidding. Don't do it. Don't Cocomelon the kids. There's a lot that I don't know. I feel like I can't really... I'm not a parent. I don't really like kids, so I can't really say anything. It's up to the parents now. Good luck. Good luck out there. 07. As a kid, my mom was just happy I was up before school. You know what? True. Because I took forever to get ready. I never wanted to wake up. I would be like 5 more minutes. And then I was always late. I would miss the school bus. What is that about you being an example for us? Not as a... I cannot give you any advice on parenting because I have never raised a child and I refuse to. So no, I'm not that example. I will never be that example for you. You're gonna have to look elsewhere. Avert your eyes. I can only be here to rant about children these days. Like an old person. Kids these days, shake my head. I wish they'd get off my lawn. Basing all my parent choices on Ark? No! Don't do it! I raised a child? What was the question? You, Fen? I never saw you as a parent. This entire time I've known you, which isn't for a long time. But at the same time... What? What do you mean by you raised a child? I'm not anymore. You're no longer a parent? What did you do to your kid? Did you cocomelon your kid? Did you throw them in the burning pits of hell? What's going on? He's still fine. Okay. You're just divorced? No! That's fine then. I've asked too much. I've asked too much. I've pried too deep into your life. I apologize. You are a parent until either you or your child dies. I mean... They don't have to die. There's different ways to like unparent yourself. What do you mean? Why is it only like black and white? Why is it's either like one of you guys have to die? It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. I got my butt pooped as a kid. So I think I'll be a good parent. I don't know if your butt whooped. I was like, what do you mean by your butt pooped? Oh god. I also got my butt whooped. But I don't think I'll be a good parent. Raise my ex's son from 3 to 10. That's a long ass time, Fen. You're right, you would have all the knowledge. Anytime someone here needs some advice for parenting, Fen's right there. Fen's here for you. I got caned and that shit's traumatizing. Me too. Me too. It wasn't cane though, it was another stick. That shit is traumatizing. You got a belt are also traumatizing. Any like physical abuse is like terrifying, guys. Don't do it. It creates scars into the kids' minds. Scars. Like a little bit of butt whooping that doesn't hurt, that's fine. But when there's like actual, like, I don't know, like really bad pain, that's when it's like, hey, come on. It's too much now. Have you looked at the new Ishmael and the new IDs that were revealed today? No, I haven't. I actually don't keep up with Limbus Company news because, first of all, spoilers. And I'm there for Limbus Company's story. As you guys know, that I am a terrible gamer. I'm the real bad gamer here. I'm the bad gamer. So I don't... Not that I don't care for it, for the skills and the IDs and whatnot. It's more like I'm mostly there for story. After the third or second time, I start hiding stuff in there to play with during future lockings. Why are you guys trauma dumping here? Shit, we gotta change the topics, guys, before this becomes like a hellhole of trauma dumping and trauma bonding. We're all trauma bonding now. Let's switch the topics to something that's a little, you know, a little happier. I find that shit mad funny nowadays. It is. Because I think back on my own life too. And I go, wait, hold on, I did some of the there's some hilarious things that happened, but at that time it was not funny. Fairy Bell was literally about trauma dumping. It was, yeah. It's like a whole bunch of kids with like issues and they all come together and they all start trauma bonding. I have stories. No, we'll stop. No, we gotta stop now. The parents thinking, damn, we gotta teach this boy some lessons. God. I think the sending to room thing is good. I actually think things like reward is always good. Who has done psychology here about the human psyche? What drives us to do things that we do? It's not, I mean, one of them is fear, but I think there was a study on kids with, there was 2 stories that they read to the children. One of them was the boy who cried wolf, right? Where the village got punished and the boy got punished for doing something bad. What was the other story? The other story might have been like the golden axe or something, where if they were honest about something, then they got rewarded even more. And so they found that the kids who got told the story of the golden axe did a lot better than the kids who listened to the story of the boy who cried wolf. So it's always like a reward system is better than a punishing system. Face the wall was the meta back in the day. Face the wall, get on your knees, and stare at the wall and think about your actions. That was actually great. I actually still think that's a really good punishment. Think about your actions. Think about the thing that you did, right? And why it was bad. And then once you're done, and then leave, and then, you know, tell me why it was bad, kind of thing. Like, think about it. Raises critical thinking skills. I'm all for it. When my girlfriend woke up, so I'll leave now. Bye. Bye, gamer. Enjoy. Have fun. Hang out with your girlfriend. The Emperor's Seed is a book that taught me about honesty. What is the Emperor's Seed about? Kneeling on salt is a thing that breaks your knees. It hurts. You can't really think about anything but the salt on your knees. I'd rather them like stare into space and think about like what just happened, rather than think about the salt that's hurting their knees. I think those type of punishments never work with me. Like anything that like has, you know, anything that's painful physically doesn't really work. Because it just makes kids lie more, right? Any sort of punishment just makes them lie more. They're like, how do I get away with this without getting punished? And they're gonna come up with more clever ideas of like getting away with things. But if you teach them about honesty and getting rewarded with it, right? They're always gonna keep doing the good stuff. They're gonna keep being honest. They're gonna keep being respectful people. Because they're like, maybe one day I'll get rewarded for this. But eventually, I guess they do like grow up and they're like, yeah, I'm not gonna get rewarded for this, but it feels good. It feels good to do the right thing. The think about your actions type punishments. I never think about anything related to that during them. You just stare at the wall. Maybe the best way is not to stare at a wall, but to have someone go up to the kid and be like, and talk to them why it was a bad thing and why the thing that they did was terrible. So maybe it's not any sort of punishment, but it's just communication. Communication is key. It's like what everyone says. Got that treatment from my teachers in school and never worked. Yeah, maybe we just gotta talk to our kids. Maybe we just gotta talk to them. Why is it the thing that you did was wrong? And why it was bad? And then how we're gonna fix it and help them figure it out. How to solve the issue, because they can be like, yeah, the thing that I just did was bad, but like it's done, and then I feel terrible now, and I don't know how to remedy the situation. What's the solution to all this? And then so you do it all together. You create like a, I don't know, a bonding moment with the child and be like, let's solve this together. Let's figure out how to do this together. Talking sounds about right. That's what I think is probably the correct move. I don't know. Now I'm just like thinking too hard. My dumb kitty brain could never comprehend why why what I did was bad. Now that I think about it too, it is like that, yeah. It does maybe promote some critical thinking, but it's like we don't have enough experience, and yeah, we don't have enough experience with other people to understand why. So like communication is probably key. Teach them brain rot. 6. Imagine a kid does something bad, he just goes 6, 7, and they just start repeating after you. And it's like, what does that even mean? Oh, not cool. I'll come in. I'm starting to know why I like watching the paint dry. Is it because of your childhood and you've been doing that forever? You always get into trouble. You're always staring at the wall. It is a good way to meditate. Like, we can't all be thinking about stuff all the time. You need a break for your brain. It's also a muscle, and you're not really a muscle, but it's a working part of your body. So like what I do sometimes is like when I'm exercising, I just don't think about anything else. I don't listen to anything. I kind of just stare at a wall, and I'm like, all right, let me just lift some dumbbells. Let me just do some crunches. And I don't think about anything while doing them. In my experience raising 4 kids, consistency is the most important. If you're consistent in punishments and the punishment matters less. If you're consistent in punishments, what the punishment is matters less. A gentle correction to the firm boundary is easier to learn for the child. We have someone with experience here. Guys, listen to Sparks Maker, because honestly, I have no idea. When the boundary isn't firm, they tend to push and try to find the boundary. Oh. I guess that kind of ties into like, how much can I push before I get punished kind of thing. So if you're always giving them leeway, right? It's like, oh, it's fine, right? I think the worst thing you can probably say to a child is, or to anybody is, oh, they're just kids being kids. Let them do what they want. Kids are just being kids because they're going to grow into an adult and do the exact same thing. I feel like you're right about that. I can see it. Same with training a dog. Or it's terrible if that sounds. Dogs are just toddlers that never learn to talk. No, you're absolutely right. Cats too. I think for all animals as well. They're like, how much can I do before I get in trouble? Can I climb on this table? Which tables can I climb on now? But no, how about just you don't climb on any tables at all? How about you just not steal food from the tables at all? Even though it's your food. Even though the food is cat food. Right? I didn't give it to you, so you're not allowed to have it. Excuse me, I'm like super snotty. It should absolutely not be free from consequences. And I don't think anybody should be. You learn as a kid. All of your experiences and all of your lessons are taught when you are a child. It's harder to learn when you're an adult. I had a dog for 2 years at a time to eat at the table with me. I'm the complete opposite of you, Ravi. I'm like, I cannot eat at the same time as my cat because they're gonna get used to eating at the same time, and they're gonna start thinking that the food that I'm eating is the same as theirs, and the last thing I want is for them to start stealing my food. Because the human eating time and cat eating time is different. I want to keep that boundary. Though sometimes my cat does get lonely, and sometimes he sits at the table watching me eat. We have like a free chair at our dining table where he just sits there and he watches everyone. But he doesn't eat. He just watches. He has his little head sticking out above the table and he just looks at everyone. Whenever one of them was hungry, we fetched the other. The stealing part. Oh, okay. Wait, that's pretty neat. That's a nice bonding experience. Yeah, that's really cute. That is pretty nice. I just reminded of food. I'm staring at my cat's bowls right now and like... Remember when I told you guys I got some plates for my cats? So, my cats, they don't know how to chew. They're not the chewing type of cats. Like, they don't have the chewing ability, so they just lick everything. And so, because with these plates, the food, they keep licking their food, and the food is just slipping off the plate onto the tray at the bottom. So I just have a whole bunch of wet food that's sticking onto the tray that I gotta clean up later on. Man. I'll have to deal with that later. I would get drunk and cook for my dog, and then we both sit on the floor and eat together. That's really cute too. My mom does that, actually. She doesn't sit on the floor and eat with them, and she doesn't get drunk. But like, she cooks for my dog, and she cooks for herself as well. She has like these list of ingredients that are like great for dogs. My dog always enjoys a good pork bone. Pork only, by the way. Don't feed chicken bones to dogs. They're too sharp. They're super sharp. And they could puncture their internal organs. But any soft bone is really good because the dogs, they love bone marrow. So she would make some pork bone soup with like no additives, no sodium, no salt. She would just boil it, and then she would give the bone to my dog. And the rest turns into a broth. Ads are starting. Let's take a small break here. I'll be back in a bit. I need a pee. Guys, pee break. Here's a pee break. Hello. I was muted. You're right. Hi, I'm back. I was about to go on, and I was about to talk about like the book that I wanted to read. Now I was in the middle of speaking about it, but thank you. Thanks for telling me I was muted before I actually started talking about it. Stonewalled. It's crunchy? Oh boy, okay. How is it now? Fixed. Crunch. Crunch. Next week's gonna be a karaoke again. Crisp. Heck yeah. Yeah, every time I think about mics, I go, okay, how do I make the audio better? How do I make it so that I sound clearer? Because I do think that one of the most important things about streaming is to make sure that people can hear you and you're actually pronouncing your words. That's the one thing I'm really bad at, is pronouncing words properly, because I tend to slur a lot of the words that come out of my mouth. Did you learn how to sing Tian Tian? I did, yeah. I mean, I learned it a while ago. I hope I still remember it. So it's mic quality and is the way that you pronounce words. Like, I need to learn how to say bowl and ball properly. It was Hero I couldn't sing. I could sing Tian Tian fine. I have some songs to learn. Maybe it won't be next week. I'll see. Sometime in February. Maybe the second week of February. Your pronunciation is fine, in my opinion. Until I start slurring words and it's like, what did you say? Were you talking about balls? Some bull sacks or ball sacks? Sorry. That was a weird example. I'm not American, so it might be best not to judge that. What is the easiest accent to listen to? Because I was talking to my mother about that, and she kept telling me that it's really, really difficult to understand British English. But American English is really easy. And I don't know what it is. I actually think that it's easy for me to understand British English. Maybe perhaps more than American English. I've seen you slur words once, I think, but it could tell what you're saying. You could tell what I was saying. Like right now, I was probably slurring some words in there. I've been reading books aloud in order to better my pronunciation. It's like one of the weirdest things that you can do. So like I lock myself in my room and I'm exercising. Like yesterday, after meditating, I was like, okay, all right, it's time to do some planks, right? So I'm just like planking on the floor, and I'm like, I might as well be reading. Hello, Celix. I am not a gamer, by the way. I'm a terrible gamer. Why does your model look so cool? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I made it myself. So I will take that to heart. I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I sometimes game, but I'm a terrible gamer. How does one struggle with perceived pronunciation? Maybe she is used to US accents from movies. Maybe that's it. She's still terrible at English, though. She's really bad at English. She's trying. She's been trying for like 20 years, and she's still terrible at it. You look like an Arknight's character? That's my favorite game. I will take that compliment. I did base my character off Arknight's designs. And now that Enfield's... I actually wanted to stream originally because I was like, I'm pretty sure Enfield's gonna come out soon. So I created a Arknight's type model. Just stream Enfield, and then I waited a whole 2 years, a year and a half of streaming before Enfield actually came out. I'm an Enfielder. I'm doing the Enfield stuff. I'm building the factories. I'm growing it. I don't think there's any American accents I struggle to understand. I need to listen to all of them. Thank you for the follow, by the way. kind of poggers. Sorry, I just haven't seen that word in a long time. You know, PogChamp, that word has just been like out of my vocabulary. The new brain rot's taken over now. What was I talking about? Yeah, pronunciation. I was doing some planks, and as I was planking on the floor, I was like, I might as well put my Kindle in front of my face and start reading. So it's fine. Both Sparks Maker and I are old as hell. We gotta, it's time for us to get in with the times. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is the book I'm trying to read. By Mark Manson. And so far, I've been really enjoying it. Like, I think this can be considered as a self-help book. In a way, just because you're learning a lot about life and yourself. And there's some things where I'm like reading certain excerpts in the book and I'm like, wait, hold on. I never thought about it this way. But I feel like anyone who's like taken psychology or even philosophy or something has probably thought about how we approach certain situations and how we react to certain situations. Hi, Opal. Welcome in. So yeah, I've been reading this book out loud, and so it's weird because the F word is everywhere in this book. So it sounds as if I am just cursing at something in my bedroom. If you were to put your ear to my bedroom, you'd be like, why is Ark swearing so much? But no, I'm just reading this book out loud. Your goal is to read an entire book while planking? No, I can only plank for like a minute at most. And so I take breaks in between. I don't just do one plank. I do like plank reps, right? So I plank for a minute and then I take a break, and then I plank again for, I don't know, however long, and then I take a break. So I'm just, as throughout the entire session of me taking a break and planking, I am reading, because I'm like, I can just put this on the floor and then read the text on it. And in the middle of it, I'm like panting because I'm losing breath as I am planking. So I'm like reading, I'm swearing like a sailor while like heavy breathing. It just sounds like I'm really mad. I think it'll be easier to explain by saying that you stub your toe. Maybe. I'm seeing that like some people they're sharing their experiences of like when they're a kid and they're working out in the bedroom, and then their parents would walk in and they'd be like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. I was working out. So that's kind of like me. It feels like that's exactly what I'm doing, except I'm an adult. 5 sets with 3 minutes playing with 30-second rest in between. 5 sets of 3 minutes. I can't do 3 minutes. It's too long. I have been doing 5 sets, but I know the first set. Sorry, the first set is like a minute, and then it just gets less and less and less. And I know it's a minute because I used to do planks when I'm microwaving my food, and I usually microwave my food for 60 seconds. So I tried to like plank the entire time that the microwave is going off, which is a minute long. But still, like, I'm like pushing myself to a minute. I'm not really quite there yet. How many push-ups can you do? 16. I got drunk and I was able to do 18 for some reason. I was able to do more. And I also got drunk on my birthday when I was doing my birthday stream, and I was able to do 21. So it's something with alcohol and you not knowing what the limits of your body is, and you're able to do more. I have no idea what it is. Yeah, like the moment I get drunk, I'm like, I can exercise more. I can do more sets, I can do more reps. It's amazing. I'm not saying that. This is not me encouraging you guys to get drunk while exercising. It's just something that I've maybe, you know, correlation, what is it? Correlation does not equal causation. Something like that. I used to drink as a treat after cleaning my room in my house. That's a good reward system. I should do that too. Because I've quit, you know, daily drinking of alcohol. And so I'm like, what if I want to have a little bit of whiskey in my tea again? And so I should do that as well. Every time I finish vacuuming a room, I'll just have a little bit of whiskey. It's a well-documented brain thing. You know what? I've read that like smoking pot actually makes you do exercise, like do better exercises as well. And I'm like, I don't know what the correlation is there, but like if people are saying it works, I'm like, it's time to become a piehead. No, I'm kidding, I won't. But like still, it's really interesting. I'm like, we need more research on that. Why does it work? Nowadays, every time I'm drinking, I get the urge to start fixing stuff. Motivation. I was talking to someone about like quitting alcohol and they're like, I can't work if I'm not drinking. And I'm like, that's you being an alcoholic, that's you making excuses. But I think there's like some reason to it, and like some actual scientific reason to it. Or I'm not a chain, I don't smoke, guys. My lungs cannot handle it. Did he not talk about being able to sense muscles better than yeah, like that's what it is. Like, you know, getting high. Getting high, you're able to recognize each individual muscle on your body a lot better than when you're not high. I did talk about that. But I don't think we have actual like proper research going into it, because nobody wants to encourage smoking and drinking. The scientific name is called an alcoholic. No, I need to know about the correlation between exercise and being drunk. But alcohol is terrible for you guys. Don't drink it regularly. Like everything about alcohol is bad for you. It's bad for your liver, it's bad for your brain cognition, it's bad for making decisions, it's bad for your health in general. Just don't do it. Being drunk motivates me to do a lot of shit. Yeah, it's probably because you don't think too much. It's probably because the part of your brain that's like, maybe this is not a good idea, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, you've suppressed that entire part of your brain because of alcohol. You're like, yeah, nothing's gonna stop me from doing this thing now because I'm drunk as hell. That's probably what it is. Anyways, it is time for me to have lunch now. I'm about to go and then do more work. It makes me a more productive person. I've heard that from a fellow alcoholic, and I'm like, you gotta stop, man. You gotta stop doing that. Alright. Bye, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't become alcoholics. It's not good for you. I'm going to see who is streaming now, and maybe we can raid into them. Let's go raid into Miss Strange. She's playing some Baldur's Gate 3. Crush time. I don't know how far she is in the game. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Let's see. Have you guys played Baldur's Gate? It's one of my favorite games. I prefer Divinity Original Sin 2 a bit more, but Baldur's Gate was still really fun. Oh, she's close to the end. She's not entirely in the end, but she's probably like halfway, a bit more than halfway through. Okay, let's start. Alright, guys. Goodbye. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Today was a shorter stream. We finished the game a little bit earlier. I think tomorrow's also just chatting. Should be. Perhaps I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.